Hello there and welcome back to Dead Cells. I'm opening on the title screen because I noticed that there's actually a new run option here. This was probably here before, but I think I just assumed it was starting a new save file over from the beginning. But as far as this text here is concerned, that's not the case. If you just want to start a new run, regardless of the progress you've made in your previous run, you can do that. So that means I no longer have to pause at the start of a new run right after I die from the previous run so as to make the best time, because I can just start a new one from the menu and it's perfectly a-okay. Although, does the gold carry over? I think it just got quartered twice, so maybe that's not such a good idea to do in the future. Oh well, that's fine. You live and you learn. Alright, infinite ammo, not bad. Although I think that's actually weaker than the regular shitty starting bow. Then again, maybe not. I'm pretty sure the regular starting bow had around 60-ish damage, so it's in the same general vicinity. It's worth noting that— whoa, did you just teleport? Either that or something glitched out. I don't remember noticing the regular tier bowmen teleporting before, but I guess they can. But yeah, as I did one time before, I actually skipped out on a run that I did previously because I didn't really get anything there. I made it as far as the ramparts and then I died, and aside from unlocking a few new things, which aren't even notable enough for me to remember here, I didn't really do anything, which is why I elected to cut it. I'm trying to keep my content somewhat decently paced. I don't want to just, show the same old thing over and over. That would get boring quickly. I wonder if I should try and speed through to access the hourglass doors this time, or just go at a normal pace so that way I can actually get as strong as possible in each area. I think I'll actually do that. I'll explore each area to its utmost, so that way I can get the most upgrades and have the highest chance of surviving. Okay, so I've tried going heavily in strength and heavily in skills, but I've not invested heavily in health before. And maybe that'll give me just enough leeway to actually survive some of the shit that I get myself into. The bonus effect is tempting. Enemies hit explode upon death and then they freeze. But I like having a ranged option. I'm not a huge fan of shields in this game, as I've said quite a few times in the past. Assuming I said that and I didn't end up cutting that footage out, it's hard to remember. My big beef is that overall they just don't seem as good in most situations as bows do. Although maybe I just haven't unlocked the right shield yet. After all, there's around 50 total items, so there's gotta be a good shield for me in there somewhere. But not until I unlock that will I actually bother with shields too much, I think. So, I think I somewhat understand one mechanic now, not just from having done as many runs as I have, but also from watching others, which actually allows me to learn a fair bit better since I'm not focusing on not dying. And I noticed that the enemies earlier on stun in a few hits of your default weapon, but if you stick with that, and then you try and do the same against enemies in later stages, even enemies of the same type it seems, they don't end up getting stunned by a few hits, they take a few more. So I'm thinking that the stun that occurs when I basically spam against enemies might be a function of damage, or some other hidden stat that ends up scaling up with the weapon's tier, 1, 2, 3, etc. And so basically what that means is you need to keep upgrading your weapons if you want to hope to stun enemies by spamming into them. At least that's my current working theory. So what weapon do I want to go with? I like the bonus here, fire an arrow behind you, kind of like an option almost in a shmup. But I really like the blood sword, so I think I'm gonna have to go with that. Nearly as much, actually in this case as much damage as the rusty sword, although I'm pretty sure that's because it's a tier 2 weapon. with the addition of bleed. If I could get another bleeding item in my secondary slot, that would probably be a good combo just because bleed stacks. You know what? Electrical Whip is practically a ranged weapon, so I'm fine with replacing my bow with that. Oh, I've come across the normal exit already. Good. That's the one I want to take. As I said, I want to try to get to and actually complete the ramparts for once. Oop. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Muscle memory from other games, as I always say. So, I haven't explored everything here, so I'm going to head back. As I said, I want to take a slow and measured pace this run, and see how that takes me. I just warped to the wrong place. I wanted to be at this teleporter, the one I warped from. Oh, it's that hot again. That gives you a 1-up, but the curse on the door requires you to kill 40 enemies, which is a rather steep price. Otherwise, I think I've explored everything here. Yeah, I've been pretty damn thorough. Okay then, time to move on to the promenade then. A shame I didn't just move on immediately. I might have actually made enough time to actually unlock the first hourglass door, since it seems to be in under 5 minutes or so. Let's see, 15 cells. Might as well unlock the healing potion upgrade. 2 charges. That should help me survive. And do I want to do more unlocks, or do I want to keep going for the random melee weapon? I'm interested in this weapon's effect, shooting multiple bolts at once. So I think I might try and go for the heavy crossbow. I could also unlock the phaser, since I invested into that earlier. You know what? Let's do that. Let's see what the phaser is like. And I'll put the rest into the heavy crossbow. Oh, so that is an active skill. So the damage of the attack I do immediately after phasing ends up doing 150%, and hold on, let me it says you teleport behind a nearby enemy. I guess so, because of that, if you don't have an enemy nearby, it doesn't do anything, which makes sense. Oh, apparently I don't need that now. I would have assumed I would have had to have used that to get my second charge, but I guess I get that automatically. It doesn't seem to be indicated anywhere on the HUD, which worries me a little bit. Like maybe I need to start a fresh run for that to take effect. Hopefully not. Yeah, at this point I probably missed out on the hourglass door, and that's what I mean about the enemies from the previous stage not being stunned in as many hits. The basic green goblin not being stun locked. Gotta figure out exactly what causes that. My working theory might be correct, but I don't know if it is. Let's try the phaser. That's the wrong button, because I'm an idiot. Ah! And it cools down incredibly quickly. That's definitely something, though, that I want to do after getting off a few initial attacks. Teleport out of the way of their blow, and then get an extra powerful strike. That, in combination with everything else I have, should work pretty well. Okay. 1200 gold, I'm close enough to that I'm not just gonna bust down the door. I'll return here later when I have the gold. Yep. And enemy defeated, and me taking no damage. Oh, what? I tried to use the phaser there, and I'm pretty sure that the cooldown had reset. And yet, it didn't make me phase. I don't know why that is. Hey, it seems the game wants me to health stack as well, given it just gave me a free health upgrade. Maybe I should stick with the regular roll, since the phaser seems a little bit fiddly. Maybe it just didn't read my input for some weird reason. That's always entirely likely. I've had controller issues with other games. Hard to tell if it's my controller or just a bunch of different games having random issues. I like my electric whip, although, how does the damage compare now? It's actually stronger than the electrical whip, although it doesn't have the homing capabilities. The main thing is I like that bonus of 1 extra tier of strength. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, and I should have enough gold for that door now, right? No, not even close. I need another 400. Haven't been getting lucky with gold drops. Let's see, the hourglass door is probably somewhere down here. Not that I have a chance of using it at this point. God, I have so many different things I can do. Teleporting, throwing a grenade that summons minions, 2 forms of attack. And I'm actually getting a little bit confused as to what button presses I should be using here. It's not like some of my previous setups where I could pretty much just like, you know, lob grenades and then focus on spamming. I have so many different avenues of approach. I really like that term of phrase for some reason. That I just end up getting like completely locked in place during combat, which is not good. Okay, good, so I do have 2 charges. It just doesn't change like the way that the item looks. Honestly, with 2 charges, I should be able to get pretty damn far, so long as I don't get in a situation where I'm immediately annihilated. And admittedly, that seems to be like the most common cause of my death. Given that I teleport behind enemies with the phaser, the assassin dagger might work very well with it. That's worth testing out. Plus my blood sword is looking a little bit long in the tooth. Okay, so I don't want to go to the old sewers. It was worth exploring down here for the assassin's dagger. I want to take the alternate exit to the ramparts, as I've said before. Kinda wish there had been a teleporter there so I could have just, you know, teleported back here, but whatever, game. Oh, and I actually have enough for that door now. Good. A scroll of my choice, and as I said before, I'll be going with more health. Perhaps that's the secret for me. As good as increasing your damage with attacks or skills is, maybe I just need a little bit more tankiness in my life, given the many mistakes that I make. Let's see, when was it sealed? 6 minutes ago. So I would have had to have made it here in 3.5 minutes. That seems a bit stringent. I'm pretty sure the one I came across that I entered way back when, that I think was actually in a bit of cut footage, had a time limit of around 5 minutes, so I'm not sure why that one was so short. Maybe it's random. Alright, I should be near the second exit then, I'm pretty sure. So let's try this out. Yeah, I got a crit there because I did a backstab, and presumably that stacks with the extra damage bonus that the phaser provides, so yeah, that's a pretty damn nice combo. Oh god. I hate when you have these asshole shield dudes in the middle of a bunch of enemies. Yeah, no, phaser seems actually really nice. I wonder if there are any other weapons it combos well with. Assassin Dagger obviously is like probably the best just because they synergize, since they both provide a backstab bonus of sorts. Oh whoops, my phase didn't cool down there when I tried to use it. I actually tried to use it there and it didn't teleport me, so maybe it's a bit fiddly if there's a bunch of enemies around, it can't decide where to teleport you and just doesn't. And that's the issue I was running into. Or like right there where teleporting behind him wasn't possible because of how far he was on the ledge. And so it didn't work there. So much fiddliness that I have to figure out with all the various items in this game. I'm just gonna chug now because I'm near enough to the end that I feel safe doing so. And I really don't want to eat shit when I have such a good setup going. Oh, I kinda wish I hadn't gone through that door. I'd really like some magic. That would allow me to get backstabs pretty damn easily on things. Oh well. Another day will be the day for Majory, but that day is not today. That day is Wednesday. I said Wednesday because I just found out about and have been watching the American Gods show. Oh god, that's an elite enemy. Oh crap, I have to take down the... And it's... Okay, I have teleporting things coming after me, but I don't think it's the elite zombie. Good. Okay, main threat, Shieldman taken out. I should be able to kill everything else easily enough. Okay, whew. As I was saying, I recently found out about and have been watching the new American Gods show. That was a novel I absolutely loved when I was younger, and I was incredibly excited to find out that they had finally made a TV show adaptation of it, since that's been something that's been tried a few times in the past but has never really made it to production. Yeah, I just tried to teleport there and it didn't work for some reason, for reasons I don't quite understand. Maybe I am having an input issue. Oh dear. Right, the elite summon little helpers. Oh, he does teleport. My minions should be able to take care of most... Oh, that was close. Good job, minions. You saved my bacon there. And, yeah, the American Gods show, the adaptation so far seems very good. It's making me recall all sorts of the awesome scenes that were in the book, as well as re-experiencing the ones that I've completely forgotten. The acting is fantastic, and the dude that they got to play Mr. Wednesday, which is why I mentioned Wednesday, Ian McShane, I think his name is. I'm not too familiar with his work, but he does such an excellent job. It's fantastic. Highly recommend checking it out. Let's see, 18 cells. Oh, so close to unlocking the heavy crossbow. Yeah, let's continue with this. I really want to try that out. And a nice vape on the healing bong. Ah. Okay, I'm back to the ramparts. In under 10 minutes, I think. I haven't been watching the timer all that closely. Okay, a little over 10 minutes. But let's see if I can finally make it through this area. I do seem to have a good setup, and I was correct in that having a large health pool did help me tons there. I absolutely would have died if I didn't have as much health as I do. Oh, another Biter Swarm. One that is the exact same, except it has +1 to skill, so that is a pure upgrade. I'll take that. A Bite Swarm that makes my Bite Swarm even more powerful. Why would I not want that? Oh yeah, something I think that I've noticed is that when I do the ground pound, I think that actually makes it so that you don't eat stun. Let me test that out here. Yeah, so basically you should be doing this all the time, so that way even if there aren't enemies, or even if the enemies avoid getting hit by the stun, you won't get stunned yourself. So it's an extra 50 gold per kill with that extra ability that spawns those gold dead cells. That's pretty good, actually. That will add up very quickly over time. Oh! Seems the game wants to give me freezing magic. Frost-related slowdown lasts 4 times longer. That's pretty much the perfect bonus ability to get with frost magic. And I really haven't been making use of my bow, so yeah, I'm gonna swap that out. Not to mention +1 to strength, making my weapons more powerful. That's pretty much a gimme. Yeah, I might be set to last a while here, assuming I don't make any egregiously dumb mistakes. I have a lot of really good shit here, and I'll be getting even more good shit soon. I see that health upgrade over there, and I want it. That was a tense situation, but I dealt with it decently. Ooh, when the action gets so hectic and frantic in this game, it's hard to speak. Hard to find the time to, hard to have the ability to form the words. Alright, how do I get to that health upgrade? It must be further down here or something. Yeah, sometimes when I try to phase, it just does not work, and I still haven't figured out concretely what causes that. Maybe I need to be within a certain distance of the enemy as well, because it's not working here. Maybe I need to be on the same horizontal plane as them. Well, despite the issues I've been having with it, the phase is definitely one of the better skills in the game. Because getting behind an enemy not only saves you from their attacks, since pretty much every enemy so far has hit directly in front of them, none of them have had back attacks, but it also lets you get off various bonuses with different weapon types. See, that phaser there allowed me to take down those two guys in record time, saving me a lot of trouble. Such a good item. Ooh, I should have saved my phaser use for later. I'll have to use one of my healing charges soon. Damn, this goes deeper than I thought. Oh wow, maybe I need a weapon upgrade. I mean, granted it is a dagger, so it's gonna be weak. But taking like 3 to 4 hits to take out these flying enemies is pretty poor showing. Then again, pretty much any other weapon I could pick up wouldn't synergize nearly as well with the phases, so... I don't know. I'll see what I feel like when I actually find another weapon. Alright, more powerful skills, I'll take it. Okay, there are a lot of flying enemies here. That is not ideal. Oh no. I cannot believe I survived that. Holy crap. That's what I get for just jumping into a situation with a whole bunch of enemies. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I like this area. Yeah, my current setup just does not do shit versus these flyers, so you know what? I'm gonna make use of the fact that this is a Metroidvania roguelike, and the fact that I have multiple options I can take, multiple paths. I feel like heading along the surface will do me better. Certainly better than that. Of course, that means I just wasted a whole bunch of time going down there, but oh well. Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem to teleport you if the enemy that's nearby is above you, and presumably below you as well, which is a little bit disappointing. I guess they had to balance it somehow. Yeah, I think just the fact that I haven't really picked up many strength upgrades, and the fact that I'm using one of the weaker weapons, you know, when you're not backstabbing, is why I'm doing so little damage to a lot of enemies. Yeah, the dagger, you really need to strike enemies from behind, and that's incredibly difficult with the flying ones, just because of how quickly they move. So I found the grave weakness of the assassin's dagger. Okay, let's see if this under area is any more hospitable. I mean, there aren't nearly as many flying creatures as there were previously. Not sure if it's worth going after that phaser. It might be better than my current one. It might also be worse, in which case... No, I do not want to fight an elite Inquisitor. Thankfully, the elite enemy does not seem to be teleporting towards me and has in fact lost aggro, so I'm safe. Enemies hit explode on death when I have the bonus for that. That's better than my current one, which does 50% damage on a poison target. Which is kind of completely useless since I don't currently have the ability to poison anything, so... Like last time, I think I'll retreat out of this underground area. It seems pretty consistent with the ramparts that the underground portions are way more dangerous than anything else. Oh god. Case in point. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna head back up to the surface and really hope I find an exit soon. Or just some health. Okay, let's see if I can... What? Why did I stop there? Why did that happen? That was bullshit. Oh, I see. It's because I ducked because, yeah, I should probably be using the D-pad and not the analog stick with this game. That's causing some movement issues on occasion. I'm gonna take this very slowly. I'm just gonna let my minions handle it. Wait, oh, he went back behind the door here. That's fine. I can ambush you. Yeah, I just need to proceed slowly and steadily. Deal with each of the enemies one by one, wherever possible. Where not possible, make it possible by running away like a coward. I saw that magic blast at the last goddamn second. Holy crap. The ramparts are my white whale, aren't they? I just cannot seem to get past them. Maybe I should wait till later till I've unlocked a few more things, till I'm stronger overall, better at the game before I attempt that again. Try some different paths, see if they're any easier. Because I just can't seem to beat it.